No more connection, no more sex. What's a husband's comeback plan? Most husbands have no idea what to do when the emotional closeness dwindles and the intimacy dies. In part 1 of this series, we covered exactly what your wife starts doing when the emotional connection dies and the intimacy disappears. In part 2, we uncover the actions a husband must take to counter his wife's refusal of intimacy and possible plans to just remove him permanently as her husband. And if you want the first step to stop the sexist marriage spiral, comment battle mode and I'll send you the powerful training guide that breaks it all down. No name, no email, just ask. Hey, I'm Jerry Jacobs Jr., a Catholic marriage coach with over 10 years of experience helping Catholic men save their marriage, even when separation, divorce, or annulment are on the table. From the man whose wife is emotionally detached to the man whose wife who has already filed or has left. And I've coached men through comebacks that they never thought were possible. So what's a man do when his wife has ceased sex and is quietly making plans to exit? Well, that depends. One, is he willing to follow the status quo like most men do in marriage, meaning blame his wife and most of the things she does and everything's her fault? You know how men are. Everything's her fault. And if she will fix herself, then I'll fix myself. If she would just do what I say, I'd be happier. You know how it goes. Or is he willing to do God's will and fight, claw, and battle like a warrior to remove Satan from his home, win his beloved back, and be a real hero to his children? That's the real question. So I'm going to assume you are here because you desire to do whatever it takes to reclaim your marriage and family from ruin. So here are solid actions a man must take in order to start winning his wife's heart again. Now look, these things are simple, but they're hard. But what I'm trying to do is to get you men to kind of like understand the specific things it's going to take for you to start winning her heart back, getting her to talk to you again, getting her to listen to you, getting to her to respect you. And because right now, this is not happening. And when things are like this, what starts to happen is you start to feel hopeless. The problem is, if you're a Christian or if you're a Catholic, it's very hard to move on when you have that God himself and that big 800-pound gorilla, Jesus Christ, behind you and the Holy Spirit trying to get you to man up and be a man of Christ and to, battle Satan for your marriage, because that's what's truly going on. Most of the time when marriages go bad, the man has to allow Satan into his home. And what has happened is there becomes a wall between him and his wife. And that is most of the time what's going on. And if the man would just realize that, he could start battling Satan and taking care of those things, okay? So the first thing that the man must do, the husband must do, is take action. Stop sitting around hoping and wishing. Hoping and wishing, not talking, not really saying nothing. That doesn't work. Right now, your wife wants action. She's making plans. She feels you don't love her. So the best thing to do is for you to start taking action and stop sitting around waiting. So what does that mean? Stop all marriage killers, which is, what are marriage killers? Marriage killers are just what it says. These are actions and communication you do as a man that turn your wife off when you communicate with her. So what are some of those things? Arguing, fighting, blaming her for everything, criticizing her, interrupting her when she talks. And those are just a few. But basically, when you when you take care of those, automatically right away, you will start to draw your wife back because she sees that you're willing to listen and to not argue and fight, and your communication skills have gotten better. Next, start defending your home against Satan, which means spiritual combat. I talked about that earlier. Please stop allowing Satan to come into your home and ruin it. Most men have no idea how to engage in spiritual warfare. They think it's all bad luck. They think their wife is all screwed up. You may, as a man, may even think you're the one screwed up. This may be true, but you will never know as long as you have allowed evil to roam inside your family. Okay, the next thing, embrace authentic masculinity, which means imitate Christ. Lead, suffer well, sacrifice self, and embrace holiness. This is what Jesus Christ did. Christ was strong. He was confident. He led. He suffered well. He sacrificed himself. This is what men are called to do. And if you begin to do that, your wife will notice, and then that will start to draw her back to you, because authentic masculinity is a big draw for women. Okay. Next, remove your ego, selfishness, needs, wants, and desires, meaning never consider yourself above God first, your wife and marriage second, your children third, and yourself last. From today starting forward, you never ever consider your wants, desires, and needs above that of God, your wife, and your children. Why? Because that's selfishness. Authentic men of Christ, we do not ever consider ourselves above our wife and children. Okay? We never, ever think about that. All right? We never consider our wants. Okay? And the last thing for today, take the reconnection at her pace and don't rush her, which means this is what I call patience with action, which means you don't sit around wishing and hoping. What you do is you begin to take action, but you're patient. You take the reconnection or bonding with your wife and getting the reconnection back with your wife. You take it slow and at her pace. You don't try and rush it, because she's going to get upset. And when she gets upset, it's going to push her away, just like when you're arguing with her and things like that. Okay? So that's what I have. Bam! So comment battle mode and I'll send you a powerful PDF training guide along with the training video that leads you through to the first step of defeating a sexist marriage and regaining the intimacy you deserve. It will take you less than 10 minutes to consume. Want to go deeper? I've created a 3-part masterclass training that deep dives into the root causes of a sexist marriage. Comment masterclass and I'll send it to you. Let's say you want both, the PDF training, the masterclass training. Comment both and I'll send both right over to you.